Yes, guys, we're back. How's everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. And my microphone just fell to pieces. How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing really well. It is. It's an evening show from me. An evening show. Yeah, this is a little show I'm going to do today, and then I'll get back into it properly from tomorrow, guys. So, hope everyone's doing well. And firstly, I'd just like to say why everyone's coming in. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who asking about myself and my daughter the last few days. It does mean a lot. All the messages that came pouring in, I do appreciate it. I really do, guys. It means the world to me and my family. There's so many kind people out in the world, and I appreciate all the love, guys. I really, really do. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Always, all the way, guys, for what you did. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we're back now. We are back, and obviously some things are going to be different going forward on the channel, guys, because you know there's a lot coming like on Monday. So I'm going to get all this out of the way with now. Let you know what's going to be happening with the channel going forward. Excuse me, going forward. So on Monday. So as you actually, let's go back. So as you know, my daughter Phoebe was in hospital. She had a seizure at home on Friday. She went into hospital late Friday night. She's just come home today. She's doing well. She's doing much better. Thank you, everyone. And she's got epilepsy. So she's got epilepsy. It's all been diagnosed. We've got the right medicine for her now. And look, it's my son's got epilepsy as well. He's 3 years old. So we know quite a bit about it. So we know how to deal with it, guys. We know how to deal with it. So, but thank you for all the love out there, guys. Thank you for all the love out there. And then, obviously, Monday, this coming Monday, the 4th of July, Americans' independence. This Monday, my daughter Penny, as you all know the story of Penny on this channel, my daughter Penny is going into hospital for a neck fusion surgery. Now, hopefully, this is the last big. This will be the last big surgery Penny has for quite some time. It will correct her neck and make her life a lot better, but she's going to be in hospital for around 6 weeks because they're going to do 2 different surgeries. So the first one is basically they put like a halo on her head and straighten her head up where they want it, and she's connected to a bed, and she has to lay in that for like a couple of weeks, and then they do the fusion surgery after. So yeah, she's going to be in hospital for 6 weeks for this Monday, but yeah, it's going to be difficult because, you know, we've got up 2 other children. We've got Phoebe, who just come out of hospital herself now. She's got epilepsy, so I've got 2, you know, I'll have 2 epileptic kids being looked after while my daughters be having surgery. So I will be still doing videos. It just won't be every day, and it'll probably turn into evening streams, guys. So from Monday onwards, all my videos will probably be evening videos. So I'm just going to throw that at you now, guys. So you're looking at 8 o'clock onwards not every day, but from 8 p.m. onwards from Monday. Well, I won't be here Monday, but Tuesday. So I'll be doing a video now every day till Monday. Monday, I will be at the hospital while my daughter has her surgery. I'll come home Monday night. My wife is going to be staying with Penny because I've got to look after the other 2 kids here. So on Tuesday evening, I'll be doing a video, and we'll see how it goes from there. So all I can tell you guys is just make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and then every time then you'll know when I go live. Or if you don't, just follow me on Twitter, guys. Just follow me on Twitter if you don't already, and you'll be able to know when I go live. I'll put it up there for you guys to let you know. So just make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell, and you guys will be the first to know. But I'll be live every day now till Monday. Monday I'll be off. Tuesday I'll do a late night video, probably a call-in show at 8 p.m. And then yeah, every day after that, we'll see how it goes. I'll have to do it day by day basis, guys, for the next 6 weeks after that. But you'll still get shows. Might just be 3 a week, but you'll still get shows, guys. No doubt about it. It's all good, guys. It's the first time my daughter's actually not going into hospital unwell. Usually Penny goes into hospital because she's fallen really unwell and she has to go on things like ventilators and stuff like that. And it's like really, but this time she's going in to have something corrected and make her life better. So it's not terrible, guys. We're not going to be under the cosh. It's all good. It's all good. It's all love, guys. And yeah, big up to everyone as well who texted me, messaged me. Yeah, much love to all of you. Much love to every single one of you in here right now. And we're going to talk about some stuff. I tell you, we're going to talk about some stuff here tonight. We're going to talk about is FSG all to blame? Is FSG all to blame? Now, the reason I'm talking about FSG right now is because I've been seeing it on social media the last few days and that. Right, so you got some people that are completely FSG. It's their fault. Everything's their fault with the club. We're not competing at a level we should be competing at because it's the ownership's fault. And there's other people out there who are like, you know what, it just ain't FSG's fault. And is FSG what they're doing all that bad at the same time? Because you're competing with a team that's owned by a complete country. Now, I've seen people come out today alone. I've been back online and I've been looking online today, and people have been coming out today saying like it's hard to compete when you're playing against a team that is spending £50 million on backup players. That's the level we're at. They're spending money on backup players. So is FSG all to blame? Are we too reactionary? These are the questions I want to get from you guys in the chat today. Before we start, just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. So big up Statman, my friend. Cheers, my man. Cheers, covering well, man. Scoobius Pip, how you doing? I'm there, good man. They're good. Thank you very much. Big up Doug. Big up Edward. Big up Evening. How you doing, my friend? Big up Kai. Savage, my friend. How you doing, fella? George Paul, big up to yourself, my friend. All the luck in the world, brain of all. Big up to yourself. How you doing, my Brez? Big up for you, my friend. Big up to you. Good, guys. Good. Big up, Gary. Big up, Doug. Doug, obviously getting married the weekend, isn't it, Doug? Is it this weekend you getting married? Or Monday the 4th? I can't remember now. But big up to you. Big up, John Moore. Big up, John Moore has sent me. John, don't mind me if I tell him, do you? John sent me a massive bottle of single malt Scotch whiskey. So big up, John Moore. Yeah, I got it through the post, John. I've just unwrapped it just now, my friend, since I got in. So yeah, big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Evening, Red Fan. Big up, Stephen. How you doing, my friend? Everyone in the house. Everyone in the house. I've got Dave in here. How you doing, Dave? Man like Sean's here. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Blessings to you, my friend. Mr. John Conway, another member of the team as well. Big up. Ravi in the house. How you doing, Ravi? Yeah, good, man. Good. Thank you very much. Loads of love in the chat. KVJ, how you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. Mr. Bud in the house. Never been a fan of FSG at the start when they first took over. Big up, Mr. Bud. The celebrity. Dave's in the house. Tony, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Two things in the world guarantee. Everything in life is wrong. FSG and Paul Pogba are to blame. Mr. Bud, we need a quality midfielder this summer. It's simple as that. Eric D, just think we're one, maybe two transfers or windows behind. We need a team. Got you. Yeah, no, it's good, mate. It was good. It was good. You wrapped it beautifully, man. You wrapped it beautifully. Tony might be starting a war. Right, guys. So let's get to what I was talking about with FSG. Is FSG really to blame? And the reason I say it is because I look at everyone knows me, yeah. Everyone knows how I feel about everything. Yeah, I look at both sides of the coin. I look at both sides of the picture. I'm not very tunnel visioned. I'm very positive outlook in life, but I can understand the negativity as well. I think that's how you should be in some ways, and I can understand why people are really peed off and upset. And I can understand people that, are quite chilled and relaxed about it all. So I'm down that path. I'm at a path at the moment in time where I don't think what we're seeing right now is completely FSG's fault. And I don't think there's a fault here. I don't think there's like, oh man, they're bang out of order. Everyone's wrong. Everyone's doing different. Everyone's doing everything wrong. It's all shit. I mean, that obviously is not true. Look, the club couldn't be in a better state if it, could it? The club is in a beautiful position, a great position. We spend money wisely, in my opinion. We spend money wisely. I've seen a lot of people say we don't give Klopp enough money. Now, that might be true in some eyes, but look at Man United. Look at Man United. They've even spent more money than Manchester City. Man United have spent more money in Manchester City. Man United are going to go and buy a midfielder in De Jong. Who's never experienced Premier League football. I think he's a very talented footballer. And they're about to make him their second highest paid player in Man United history. That's madness. They still don't learn. They don't learn their lessons ever. We don't spend money like that. But if you look at the state of both clubs at this moment in time, Liverpool are far better run side than Manchester United are. Everything about Liverpool is far better run. You only have to ask Man United fans how, if you go on Stratford Paddock, yeah? Go on Stratford Paddock, a big Man United show, right? Massive, big one, probably the biggest Man United show on YouTube, yeah? Stratford Paddock. Go on that show and listen to them boys talk about Man United this season and last season and the disaster of their ownership and everything happening behind the scenes. Everything happening behind the scenes in that team, in that club, is running to the ground. The stadium is falling to bits. Literally, the stadium is completely and utterly falling to bits. Apparently, they need new training ground. They've wasted so much money, so much money. So if you're looking at the two biggest clubs in England right now, Liverpool and Man United, the two biggest clubs history wise in English football, even in European football, Liverpool and Man United. Liverpool are far, far, far better run clubs. Far better run clubs. When I look at everyone goes, yeah, but FSG have never put their hand in their pocket and never really bought anybody. Neither has Man United owners. Neither have a lot of owners, by the way. I really don't like that. Oh, they're owners. Not a lot of owners, put their own money in their pocket to buy players and support the clubs. That's not really how it's worked. Unless you're oil-rich based clubs like your Newcastles, your Man Cities, your PSGs, them sort of clubs, they can. Yeah, of course they can, because money's no object to them. Money's no object. They earn more than they spend. It's simple as that. Man City's owners earn far more than they spend, quite easily. They probably earned more in a 48-hour period than they did spending everything so far this summer transfer window. You can't compete with that kind of level of richness you can't compete with it. But we're the only club that does compete with it. We're the only club that does compete with it. So this is why I'm saying this is not me sitting on the FSG bandwagon and going, woohoo, that's all right into the sunset. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. I look at it, I'm just looking at a different point of view. And that's all. And I look at it and think, our club's pretty well run, It's pretty well run. I look at a lot of clubs around about us. I look at Man United, not run well as Liverpool, nowhere near. And like everyone will go, yeah, but they've just bought De Jong and gave him like 400 grand a week. And they have Paul Pogba, who everyone tells me is one of the best midfielders of his generation, and he did nothing at Man United on monster wages. You just got to. I think we live in a world where sometimes Right, look at American cars. Yeah, American cars look great. American cars, like if you had a picture of American cars, your Mustangs and all that of the world, yeah. You look at American cars, right? They look fantastic, but they're utter shit. They're cheap. They're built cheaply. They look fantastic, and oh my god, they're amazing. They're zooped up. They go 200 miles an hour from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. All this stuff, yeah. American muscle cars, but they're built cheaply. They don't last. They're crap. What's the best cars? German engineering, best cars in the world. Things like that. So I always look at, and I think that's how we look at players sometimes. We look at a certain player, right? Why aren't we getting that player in? He's got all the skill in the world, all the technique in the world. Say Anthony from Ajax. Anthony from Ajax. I know a lot of Liverpool fans going, he'd be perfect for the right wing. Put him on the right wing. He's Mo Salah's replacement. We're happy. Rafinha, get Rafinha in. He's only 55, 60 million. We can afford that. Are they actually that good, though? Or are we looking at something completely different than that? This is what I'm always saying. When you look at a certain thing and you're like, all right, I look at Anthony. Anthony balls out. He don't really ball out in Ajax either for the Dutch league. He really don't. He really don't. He's a very skillful, talented footballer, but he's not like he's lighting the world on fire over there. You know what I mean? And everyone's going, right, he'd be perfect for Liverpool. Go and get him for 50, 60 million. Get him on 200 grand a week straight away. Put him on the right hand side. We're done. We're good. And it's like, really? Are we? Why? Who actually watches him? Who actually watches these players week in, week out? I get a list like this. I've seen a list on Twitter of all the players Liverpool could have had, yeah? All these players Liverpool could have had, right? And they're going through them all. And then people are going, Tielemans is available for like 25 million. That's nice. Does Tielemans work for us? This is the thing. The reason Man United have gone real shit is they bought all these fancy players, all these big names, all these good-looking players with the flicks and the tricks and big names and all that. They're in the mire and they're having absolute serious trouble right now because they bought them kind of players with no system, zero system. So you buy players that don't suit your system. It don't matter who they are. If they don't suit your system, you play as a manager, they're not going to work. And then what do Man United do? They get rid of another manager, get another manager in, keeps buying the flashy players. They're still doing it now. Man United have gone and bought De Jong. They're going and buying De Jong from Barcelona. Does it work for Man United right now? I doubt it. It probably won't work either. Like Donny van de Beek never worked. Now, this is what I'm saying. Is it all their fault? Is it all their fault? We have a scouting department. And analytics department that look at certain kind of players that fit Jurgen Klopp's system. Now, we don't buy players usually that don't fit Jurgen's system. It's not usually the way we've done business. You look at all the players we sort of bought in Jurgen's tenure. They're all because Jurgen wanted them players because it fits his system. See, an analytics team and a scouting team scout the player they think will fit Jurgen's system. That's why we buy certain players that people are like, why are we buying that player when that player's available? I mean, when we were going after Timo Werner, the whole fan base, including myself, were like, yes, Timo Werner's a quality player. Let's get him. Look what he's doing in Germany right now. He's lighting it up in Germany. Jurgen Klopp particularly wanted Timo Werner. But then they found out that, Werner might not be all that, And then his wages, he wanted to go straight over 210 grand a week straight away. And Liverpool were like, you know what? For that sort of price, we don't think he's worth it. And they got Diogo Jota in like that. Now, I remember people saying we got Thiago, and I think it was like 24 hours later we bought Jota. And people were like, where did that transfer come from? I never even heard that Jota was coming to Liverpool. I never even heard that Jota was coming to Liverpool. Where did that come from? And that tells you that Liverpool do things behind the scenes a heck of a lot, guys. They look at players you and me don't think they'd be looking at that fits our system. Now, if you hear Jurgen Klopp talk about Diogo Jota, you know exactly why he bought Diogo Jota. The way he talks about him all the time. He's like, right, we've got Jota in because we knew, watching him at Wolves, what he could actually give us. Now, when I heard this interview when Jurgen Klopp was talking about Jota, and it was only this season just gone as well, you can go back and find it. The way he was talking about him, he was like, I didn't even see that at Wolves. I saw a player at Wolves that, you know, can score a goal. He's got good technique. He's a bit pacey. Can play at both feet. Yeah, he looks all right. Looks decent coming off that left-hand side. But that's not what Liverpool saw. Liverpool saw a player who can play in a number 9 position, can be that fox in the box kind of player, that predator in the box, and very good in the air. I didn't see that. I didn't see a Jota scoring. The Jota at Wolves, I didn't see scoring 20 goals a season. Now, he got 20 goals last year. I think the season before that, he got like 12 goals, but he had quite a bit of injuries, didn't he? So he's had a good start to his Liverpool career for goals and assists. And none of us talk about Jota before we bought him. Not one of us. We was all looking at other players, the flair players, the technique players, the skillful players. Now, this is what I'm saying about Liverpool's recruitment. That's what I'm saying about Liverpool's recruitment. It's different to everyone else's in the league. You actually talk to what everyone should do is actually go and talk to what rival fans say about Liverpool's recruitment, because a lot of rival fans don't think there's as much to worry about as we actually do, because they think our recruitment is spot on. Now everyone's going on about Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez is he going to be a flop? I don't understand why we bought Darwin Núñez. I don't understand why we went all in on Darwin Núñez when other strikers and forwards were available, especially the money we paid for him. We paid 64 million euros flat out for Darwin Núñez. And people are like, why are we doing that? Why are we paying it? If we got 64 million pounds to spend on an attacker, why are we going for Darwin Núñez? Now, I don't know the answer to that personally, but I trust the system. I do trust the system. I really do trust the system. I trust what they're trying to do. I really do, because it's worked in the past. I'll give you the Jota scenario. Jota at Wolves, even myself, I saw a good player at Jota at Wolves, and I was happy that we bought him. I was like, yeah, he's a good player. But I didn't see this Jota. I don't think anyone did. But Jurgen Klopp and his scouting team and his analytics team did. And that's the difference. Now, Darwin Núñez is a big player. 64 million euros down payment, all the way up to 85 million euros eventually. It's a massive transfer. This obviously Jurgen Klopp and his team completely and utterly believe that Darwin Núñez is the man. And I can't sit here and say he isn't, because it seems to have worked before. Now, Darwin, no one saw Mo Salah doing what he done, by the way. Go Mo Salah when we bought Mo Salah. I remember a lot of Liverpool fans moaning when we bought Mo Salah. Oh, why we bought Mo? Mo? Yeah, Salah was good at Roma, don't get me wrong. 14 goals that season. You know, he did all right at Sampdoria. He flopped at Chelsea. 35 million seems a lot of money on Mo Salah. Seems a lot of money. 32 Premier League goals the following season, that season. His debut season, 32 Premier League goals. Broke the record. No one's broke it since. I know everyone's saying Haaland's going to break it this season. We'll see. But no one saw that coming. But Jurgen Klopp and his team did. They just know the sort of player they're after that fits their system. And they might not be the mouth-watering, sexy name everybody wants at their football club. But for some reason, our team know the players they need to buy. Now, we go to this season, and we're looking at Tchouaméni. So Tchouaméni was a player Liverpool desperately wanted. desperately wanted. And all the signs were there that Liverpool would go a bid for him. When Real Madrid, the problem in Liverpool, it was Real Madrid got involved. When Real Madrid got involved, it became a massive issue because there's not many teams that win a bidding war against Real Madrid in the history of football. I mean, you look at the history of football, how many teams actually win a bidding war against Real Madrid? It's not many. It's not many, is it? It's very difficult to smash up Real Madrid in the transfer window because a lot of players always have their dreams and destinations to go and play for Real Madrid. That's the team they want and go and play for. You know, Real Madrid, when Real Madrid come calling, a player's head is usually turned. Now, Tchouaméni had his head turned. He wanted to play for Real Madrid. Liverpool knew that, so it was already a bit difficult to say it away. But then when Liverpool got word that, you know, his wages are going to be 300 grand a week straight away, Liverpool said no. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now, this is where I think everyone has a bit of a problem. The wage structure at our club. The wage structure at our club is where a lot of people have the problems. And I understand it. I do get it. Don't worry, guys. I do understand it. I think the wage structure is a little bit of a problem at our club, but not a major problem. Now, should you put a 20-year-old, 21-year-old kid, midfielder, on 300 grand a week straight away? He's a midfielder. For me personally, no. I think that's ridiculous money. Because when it comes to contract renewals, when you come to contract renewals 2 or 3 years down the line of their contracts, you have got to offer. It's not a lot of the time players stay on the same wages. A lot of the time players want to go up in their wages, especially if they're in good form. Now, if they're in good nick and in good form, and they've been playing really well, which Tchouaméni probably will because he's a decent good player, then you have to go up in wages. So what, 350, 360 is the next bit. Then, you know, if you want to keep him long term, you're looking at long term money. So it's a difficult one. I can understand why Liverpool pulled out of that. I really do. Now, you look at Jota, as I said, Jota's on 90 grand a week. You know, people will go, you know, he needs to be on more than that probably. And he will be, but his next contract renewal, you can go to 140, 150 grand a week, can't you? And Jota stays at the club. Now, where you can't do that is someone with Mo Salah, as everyone is talking about right now. Now, Mo Salah wants 170 grand more a week than Virgil van Dijk is on at Liverpool Football Club. That would be 400 grand a week, basic. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans will just say, pay Mo what he wants. Pay Mo what he wants, we can afford it. Now, this number going around of 380 to 600 million pounds that Liverpool made, right? Everyone's seen that number and goes, oh, Liverpool can afford it. Liverpool can afford it, right? Just give them it. What we're trying to become is a self-sustained football club, a bit like Man United are, right? As I've said, Man United have spent over £1 billion in the transfer market and give ridiculous wages out to average footballers, right? But they can afford it because they're a self-sustained club. So the money they generate every season, they can basically afford to spend that money because the following season, they will generate that money again. Now, Liverpool at this moment in time haven't got to that standard yet where they can keep generating that money, where you can keep generating that money consistently into the club. Now, being self-sustained is the way to go. You're sort of seeing it a bit like Man City at the moment. Man City are sort of doing it themselves, coming a bit self-sustained, but they can do it in a bigger. They can do it in a bigger model. Now, self-sustaining takes a long time to do, but that's what the club are trying to do. So you get your revenue up, you get your sponsorship up, you get your commercial revenue up, and over the years, that revenue over the years takes your club further. So people are saying like, oh, we had the Nike deal last year, we made world record revenues this year. But what tells you that doesn't carry on? If that don't carry on for the next few years, you know, you're stuck in a position, aren't you? So you've got to make sure your revenue carries on as you go through the years, if that makes sense. So if Liverpool can continue making between 400 and 600 million every single year, then there's no reason for the ownership of this football club not to then make the wage structure bigger at the club, buy the better players that everyone is dreaming of, and we'll be in a better position. But yeah, so that's my opinion. Now with Jurgen Klopp, I think a lot of people. I think this goes out of the woodwork a little bit with Jurgen. We all love Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp's in my opinion, the best manager in world football. He just is. He's the best manager in world football. And the problem is Jurgen Klopp. Right, Chris. You don't grow up. Why have I got to grow up, mate? What am I talking that's immature about? Let me know what I'm talking about. What's immature about? What am I talking about that's immature? Please let me know. Yeah, we do have tons of money, but it's not self-sustained. And Chris, and once, I don't know if you've been on this since I started. I haven't said FSG are the greatest ever or anything like that. I'm not in it or out because I'm a grown man and I don't do in and out and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to hang around and actually listen to what I'm saying instead of calling me names, then be my guest, my friend. But if you want to just call me names and leave, that's up to you. But you say we have tons of money. Yeah, we do have tons of money. But it does go around the whole club, by the way. We don't just go, right, we've got 600 million through everything we made this year, and we're going now to spend 500 million of that on transfers this summer. And then where does it go for? Where does it go? Where does it go on wages? You do have a wage budget. Does everyone know this? You have a wage budget, yeah? You have a transfer budget, a wage budget, another budget for other things. All these things go into... Yeah, it confuses me. Look, I'm not saying we haven't got money. We have got money. What I don't get, right, what I don't get by this sort of comment, right? This sort of comment does my head in, yeah? So the reason this sort of comment does my head in with Liverpool fans, right? It's, we've got loads of money, and like FSG is shit, and it's all about Jurgen Klopp, right? So if that's the case, if it's all about Jurgen Klopp, why does Jurgen Klopp want to keep James Milner and Jordan Henderson when I expect people like Chris here would love to see James Milner and Jordan Henderson leave to get the midfielders he desires in? So them midfielders that he probably wants gone, Jurgen Klopp absolutely adores, by the way. And Jurgen Klopp was the one who wanted to keep them two midfielders. Have you watched the Jordan Henderson documentary that Lawrence McKenna did for Liverpool TV? Go and watch the Jordan Henderson documentary on YouTube. It's 40 minutes long. Go and listen to him, right? But look, Klopp likes a particular way of playing, and he likes a particular like a player. If he didn't like James Milner and Jordan Henderson at the football club, Jurgen Klopp would have sold James Milner and James Milner and Jordan Henderson years ago. People keep saying that Jurgen Klopp is too sentimental and holds on to things too long and things like that. That's not true. He gets rid of everyone. Look at the team that Liverpool started with to the team we have now. I think only Milner and Henderson survived. He gets rid of everybody if he don't like them. If he don't like them, they don't play. Look, we all love Divock Origi. We all adore Divock Origi. Barely plays. We all like Taki Minamino. We all think he's a good little player who should get more minutes. He played one Premier League game in 12 months. If Klopp don't like you, you don't play and you leave. It's as simple as that. But Milner and Henderson stay because Klopp likes them. Same manager called Oxlade-Chamberlain 24 last season. World class, by the way. World class. Jurgen Klopp called Oxlade-Chamberlain last season world class. Now, do we have money? Of course we have money. Can we spend a little bit more? Yes, we probably could. Yes, we probably could. But we wanted Tuchemeni. We wanted Darwin Núñez. We would have bought both of them if it wasn't for Real Madrid coming in. If Real Madrid already got Mbappe, we would have Tuchemeni at this football club right now. Telling you that. Telling you that right now. But when Real Madrid come calling, and it's a 300 grand a week wage structure, Liverpool can't. And rightly so. You can't go paying a 21-year-old midfielder 300 grand a week. I don't care who he is. Really don't care. You know, midfielders can't be getting strikers' money, in my opinion. Can't give midfielders forward monies, especially when they're 21 years old. Like Kevin De Bruyne on 380. So De Bruyne is on 380 grand a week at Man City, yeah? You know, he's 30 years old and probably the best midfielder in the world. You know, he's only 80 grand more than Tuchemeni at 21. This is the problem. This is the problem, you see. I can guarantee you now, if Mbappe went to Real Madrid like he should have done, damn you, Mbappe, it's all your fault. If Mbappe went to Real Madrid like he should have done, Liverpool would have bought Tuchemeni this summer and Darwin Núñez. Liverpool are interested in a certain kind of midfielder. If that midfielder comes available, Liverpool Football Club will buy them. I've said this time and time again. I say this to people all the time. If there's a player out there Liverpool desperately want and feel like they will improve their team, FSG will buy them. There's no doubt about it. Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, Fabinho, Mane, Salah, Bobby Firmino, yeah, Naby Keita. They wanted him, got him. Thiago wanted him, got him. Yeah, these players all came in, guys. You know, we didn't just like we didn't just like went to a tree one day and shook it, and they all fall down from the tree, and they're away. You know, we got them all by luck. No, we had to spend money for them. Now, did they come from buy and sell? Yeah. So what? Every club buys and sells. Also, we got to get rid of this myth that we're a sell to buy football club, because we're not. We're not a sell to buy football club anymore. We probably used to be, but we're not anymore, because you don't let Mane and Salah go for a combined fee of £35 million if you are a sell to buy football club. It's as simple as that. A sell to buy football club uses the players they got to the best of their ability for 3 to 4 years and then sell them at the highest value possible to make money on them. Liverpool don't do that. When was the last time Liverpool really? Coutinho was the last time. Coutinho was the last time Liverpool sold anyone to make at the highest value possible and then bought out of that value. Other than that, Liverpool ain't really done that. Now, people will go, yeah, but we're still selling players when we buy players. Every club in the world does that. It's just a myth that it's only Liverpool, and it annoys me. Manchester City have only sold £50 million less worth talent than Liverpool Football Club have in the years Pep and Jurgen Klopp have been at each other's clubs. So we've only sold £50 million more than Man City have in that time. So we've got to stop with this buy to sell. When everyone buys players and then sells players, otherwise every team would have far too many players in their team. It just does my head in. But apparently it's only Liverpool who do it. Now, no one was really sold when we bought Diaz. No one was really sold when we bought Diaz, were they? Who was really sold? You know, it's just madness. It's just madness. Look, are FSG all to blame? No, they're not. It's as simple as that. Are they all to blame? For me, they're not. I think it's a factor. It's a factor of everything. You've got to factor everything into a football club. Now, do we need players still this summer? Yes. Are Liverpool looking at players? Yes. Do they only want a certain kind of player? Yes. Of course they do. Liverpool only want a certain type of player, guys. They want to get, like, I've seen people like Lemire, is it? Lemire, Barella, Tillemans, Gravenberch before he went, Newhouse, all these players people keep listing off. Go, oh, we could have had any of them. We could have had any of them. Yeah, we probably could have. But who says the management, the scouting and the analytics team are saying, no, we don't fancy that player. That's not really the player we want. We don't feel we're working our system in the way we want to play. That's what's made us successful. It's the system, the setup that makes us successful, not the players. People got to forget about it all the time. Look, the only genuine world-class footballer we have bought is Thiago, yeah? And Thiago's injury prone. It's, you know what I mean? I think Liverpool almost gave up on that thing. It's like, right, we'll just go buy Thiago. Thiago wasn't in our sort of range of where we buy. You know what I mean? He's not in the range of where we buy. You know, the age, you know, the injuries. It's like, that's not really how we buy. But we went and bought him. We went and bought him because Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders, apparently in the scouting team, spoke that summer and thought, if we can get a Thiago in to control our midfield, we're going to look a little bit, you know, we're going to have more control so we can risk more going forward because this guy can control the midfield for us. Yeah, and we got him in, and what happened, you know, unfortunately that season we had obviously the COVID year, behind stayed, you know, everything went to shit, and obviously Thiago got injured in that Everton game, the same as Van Dijk, and it all went tits up. But, you know, he came back last season and looked like the Bayern Munich Thiago that we wanted to buy and control games, and that's what Klopp wanted. So if a player is in the market, Liverpool feel like is at a good value. This is the thing. FSG are not going to buy a 27-year-old midfielder who is already on 200 grand a week at his old club and is available now. They're just not going to look at him. It don't matter what his name is, how good he is, how good your guys think he is, and he's one of them on the list we could have that's better than what we've already got. But the club are just not going to look at that player. They're just not. It's as simple as that. We like buying the players in youngish, between what? 19 and 24, 19 and 25, that sort of age range where you can put them on a lower wage first and build their wages up as they go through, right? Do we get it wrong sometimes? Yeah. Look at Sadio Mane. Now, Sadio Mane was on far more money than everyone thought he was. A lot of people thought Sadio Mane was only on 100 grand a week. It ain't true. Sadio Mane was on between 160 and 180 grand a week. He then left to go to Bayern Munich for 220 to 250. So he didn't really leave for money. He just wanted to leave. There's many aspects behind the Sadio Mane thing. We probably won't know for a few years, probably when he retires. It all come out. But, you know, there's a lot of rumours going around that it weren't money related. It was other things. And he just wanted a fresh start. But, yeah, this is just me having my say on it. I'm going to go through the chat now because I know a lot of you have had your say in the chat. And, yeah, let's go through the chat and see what you guys have been saying as well. Where was I? Tony, FSG. Big up, Daz. How you doing? Well, mate. The problem with FSG is they don't spend the money when we are on top, and we are now allowing Chelsea and Arsenal to catch us up. Effing joke, mate. See, we spent 100 million this summer. So how much more are we meant to spend? See what I'm saying? We have spent £100 million already this summer. If you go with how much Carvalho cost fully, how much Ramsey cost fully, and how much Darwin Núñez's cost is fully, is £100 million already. Now, Chelsea. Now, Chelsea are doing what FSG first did when they came to the football club and spent ridiculous money straight away. You know, when you got Andy Carroll and Suarez and all that malarkey. You know what I mean? That was that's what FSG did when they first come in. Every American owner seems to do that. They have one big spurge in the summer, and then after that, they settle down and go to their ways of doing business. And that's all what Chelsea are doing this summer. They'll have this summer spurge, and then after that, they'll settle down into what most American-owned sides will do. FSG better back Klopp for transfers if we want to compete next season, says Mr. Bud. So, Mr. Bud, what do you mean by that, though, my friend? What do you mean by that? What do you mean back? I've always wanted to know what this backing in means because, as I said, 8 weeks ago, I've said this plenty of times, 8 weeks ago, a lot of Liverpool fans were saying, even on this, not just my channel, other channels, a Coppish and things like that, this is the best Liverpool squad I've seen in our lifetime. And now we come to now, and he needs to be backed more. We just bought Darwin Núñez, 64 million quid for a striker that everyone says is unproven. If that ain't backing, I don't know what backing is. You're going to buy apparently an unproven striker for 64 million quid, going up to 85 million pounds, by the way, 100 million euros. Now, for me, that's the ultimate backing. I don't know what else backing can get bigger than that. Do we need other players? Do we need a midfielder this summer? Yes. For everyone who's thinking, I don't think we need a midfield this summer, you're completely wrong. You don't watch my channel. We desperately need a midfielder. Sorry, I've got hiccups. We desperately need a midfielder this summer. Absolutely. Massively need. In my opinion, we need a midfielder this summer. But the midfield scenario can't be solely blamed on the ownership. I keep saying this. Jordan Henderson. I know a lot of Liverpool fans have said Milner and Henderson should be gone by now. Why are they still at the club? We're too sentimental. Why are we keeping Milner and Henderson around? Why is Bobby Firmino still around? We're too sentimental. We're not going to move on unless we get rid of them, but we keep offering them new contracts. That's not all down to FSG, guys. It's down to the gaffer. Jurgen Klopp loves them. And Jurgen Klopp ain't sentimental, by the way. Look at all the players he's got rid of. He don't like you. You don't play. It's as simple as that. It's as simple. He doesn't like you. You don't. Look at Shaqiri. Look at Shaqiri when we had him. When he was fit and available, he never played. But he was a difference maker in games when he was available, when Klopp did put him in. But Klopp didn't really like him. He didn't think he suited his system. He didn't really find a place for him in the team. So he never played. This is what happens, guys. But he loves Milner and Henderson. So he ain't going to get rid of them. He wants them to stay. So if you're keeping them two, we got to free up to get these midfielders in. Naby Keita is signing a new contract. Do you know why Naby Keita is signing a new contract? 2 reasons. One, it keeps his transfer value high. So it keeps his transfer value higher than letting him go now. 2, Jurgen Klopp still believes in him. Jurgen Klopp still believes in him. So if Jurgen Klopp still believes in him, so that's Keita, Henderson and Milner. Yeah? You're not getting rid of Fabinho and you're not getting rid of Thiago. That's 5 midfielders. Yeah. Last season, he called Oxlade-Chamberlain world class. No, I love Klopp. Don't get me wrong. But if you're the ownership, if you're the owners and you're hearing all this, you ain't no desperate need to buy a midfielder, are you? What the owners feel like, they probably got the area they feel like that did need improving, which was the forward line. For the ownership, they probably thought the forward line needed improving first because Klopp loves Keita, he loves Henderson, he loves Milner, and Fabinho and Thiago are never going anywhere. So that's 5 right there. So the ownership were probably like, you know what? Let's look at the forward line. Right, Mane's going to leave. I think Liverpool knew Mane was going to leave back in January. I really do. I think they thought Mane's definitely leaving in January. They thought it. You know, in Christmas time, January time, you heard Mane talking about Real Madrid's and the PSG's as well, and you never heard it before. So, yeah, they probably thought, right, he's going to leave. So, let's get Diaz in January. They got Diaz in January. Great bit of business. Look at the money they spent on that. That was a great build. Look, don't forget, guys, Tottenham Hotspur will go to spend more money than us on Diaz. They actually offered Porto £10 million more than we offered them, but Luis Diaz only wanted to go to Liverpool. So Porto had to take the deal. Porto had to take the deal because Luis Diaz made his mind up already. Yeah, and Luis Diaz, by the way, is on 95 grand a week at Liverpool. 95 grand a week. Yeah, that's called great business. Then we went and got Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez in. Yes, Mane left, so we got Darwin Núñez to replace Mane, or Diaz to replace Mane, should I say. Luis Diaz replaced Mane because he's a left winger. Darwin Núñez came in to add to the attack. Mane left. Now, everyone goes, yeah, but we let Origi and Taki Minamino go. So we lost our squad depth. What squad depth? Origi and Taki Minamino never played Premier League games. Never played Premier League games. As I said, Taki Minamino's game against Southampton was his first start for Liverpool in the Premier League in 12 months. Origi barely played. So you're talking about two players who barely touched the Anfield pitch, barely played, and you're worried about squad depth if they've never played. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Now, the Mo Salah situation, I agree with everybody. For me, I want to do everything in my power, if I was Liverpool, to keep hold of Sadio Mane, to keep hold of Mo Salah. You must keep hold of Mo Salah, in my opinion, because replacing Mo Salah is probably almost impossible for what he gives you. So I'm not one of these people just give him the money, give him what he wants, because I don't think that's how business works. But you do need to pay the man. Give him a contract that could change his mind. Give him a contract offer that could go, you know what, I'm going to take this because I don't see myself playing anywhere anyway. I only want to stay at Liverpool. I want to play under Jurgen Klopp for another 4 years, trying to win more titles and Champions League with this great side. So I would take this demand. I would take it. But, you know, I mean, no one's really coming in for Mo, by the way. It's not like people are queuing up around the corner for Mo Salah right now. So I understand it from everyone's point of view. I'm just saying I don't think it's the whole fault of one person. I really don't. I hope your daughter is all better now, mate. I know it's off topic a bit, but I want to think she scored in the under-21s. He's a gem. Hope Klopp and FSG give him a chance. Big up, Alistair. Without playing catch-up after spinning Jack enough to win Champions League. I'm looking for Steven Starr. I don't trust FSG, but they're developing the squad well. But they need to go a step further. Yeah, I agree. See, Stephen Owens, that's how I basically agree with you right there. That's how I don't agree I don't trust any business person. Don't care who they are. You know, business people are in it for themselves at the end of the day. Let's face it. So I don't really trust any high-end business person. You shouldn't really. Anyone, you know, you really shouldn't. But they are developing the squad well. It can't be look at the young talent coming through. The players they're buying around that young talent as well. Future's bright. The future's bright. It's just that we got this one team. We got this one team in Manchester City that are owned by a club, owned by a country that can go and pay £50 million for backup players. For backup players. Now, how is FSG really meant to compete with that? They can't. So they've got to do it their way. Their way is what people don't like, but it's probably, you know, what can we do about it, guys? They're our owners at the end of the day. Unless we get oil state owners, you're not really going to get much better than what we got. You really ain't. Unless we go and get oil state owners, there's not a lot out there that's going to do what they're doing right now with the club. Now, I keep saying FSG and Jurgen Klopp are like this. They're one and the same. They have the same principles, the same everything. That's why Jurgen signed his contract, guys. It's why Jurgen signed his contract. Yeah, exactly, Tony. I think Klopp needs just as much grief as FSG, to be honest. Calvin Coppish says it this all the time. He's part of the decision-making process, and FSG won't sign people unless he agrees with the signing. Exactly, Alistair. Exactly. It's what I'm saying. Savage, I watched the AEW pay-per-view. That was long 2 hours for a pre-show. Started at 12 a.m. Then the pay-per-view didn't start till... wow. Yeah, I'll give up with AEW, Ravi. Big up, Ricky. Everything's doing well, man. Hit the lights, folks. Yes. Ravi, some dope matches, but lackluster pay-per-view. I'm bored of the debuts every time just for a pop. And you're right, it was extremely long. Yeah, we all know Cesaro was coming, didn't we? We all knew it. Guys, we're on 37 likes. There's 70 of you watching right now. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. Yeah, we want these likes to go through the roof, guys. 75 you're watching now. So, guys, if you're watching your phone or your tablet or your mobile, wherever you're watching it on, go and hit that fun button underneath that video right now. Let's get the likes up as high as we can get them, guys. We're on 39 right now. Everyone go and press that fun button. 40. Keep going, guys. 41, 42, 43, 44. Let's get the likes up. Come on, guys. Go for it. FSG have nothing else to do. Big up. Big up, Shane. How you doing, mate? 1 step forward, 2 step back. What about Jamie? You've been missed. How's your daughter now? She's doing well, my friend. She's doing well. Need to keep the pace with City in a bit more. Very difficult, though, Ian. Ian, this is the thing. When it's all right keeping the pace to them, but Jesus Christ, when they can go and get backup players for 50 million that we'd spend on first teamers, it's extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Look, Man United have tried it. Man United have tried it. Look at the money they spent. They're nowhere near them. Chelsea have tried it. Look at the money they've spent. They're still nowhere near them. The only club that has tried it and is sort of working is us. Yeah, we never spend that much in power. Like, exactly. So we have to spend wisely. We have to spend wisely. Jamie, you heard about Elliot getting number 19 this season? No, I have not, my man. We need a midfielder, but I don't think we should be holding out for Bellingham. One, we may not get him, and two, 100 million on a 19-year-old is hell of a risk. Exactly. I knew what you meant, man. Exactly, Pemson was pressing more. Man United buy players and then try and fit them to a system. We have a system to get players in for that system. Exactly. £100, I wish, yeah. Man United or Social Media FC, they only buy shirts selling individuals. Exactly. Exactly. Is it not? It's not just the system; it's the personality of the player as well. Exactly. Like apparently, we were very interested in. Who's the fella who's just gone to Tottenham? It's gone to escape my head. The geezer has just gone to Tottenham. Oh, it's gone out of my head. But yeah, we're very, very interested in him. But apparently, Liverpool spoke to him. Jurgen Klopp spoke to him, but they didn't like his attitude. They didn't like his personality and attitude, so they didn't sign him. They didn't sign him. Basuma. That's it. They didn't sign Basuma because they didn't like his attitude, apparently. So personality is a massive thing. Massive thing. Is far cheaper than hard-working engineering. I like Barella. I'd go for him. But you can't move in that. Can you imagine the shit we would have got if we have signed Werner? Oh, I know, exactly. Exactly. I was the only Liverpool fan who wanted Werner. Jota. Oh, well, I wanted him and Podence. Yeah, Podence is a player. Bellingham's a cracking little player. I watched him a lot. Yeah, Nunez will shine. Did we, fuck mate, we all thought Salah was a great squad player. Yeah, there you go. Great squad player is turned out to be a blinding world-class first team best right-sided forward in world football. Yeah, he went to another level, which is class. Yeah, that's the players we go for, guys. Players like Salah that are at that level, we can tell they're going to go over the level, and that's why we buy that player. Apparently, we tried for that Aston Villa player, but he wants Dortmund as he thinks he'll get more playing time. Yes, I know the one you mean. Yes, yeah, it's true. Mate, we're the fifth richest club in the world. We should be upping the wages. Where does all that cash go to our greedy owners and pay up? Yeah, it might be the fifth richest club in the world, but it doesn't mean... fifth richest club in the world doesn't mean... fifth richest club in the world doesn't actually mean how many readies you got in the bank and available. It's your assets. It's more of your assets. It's a club with it's assets and commercial revenue, everything thrown into one. So Liverpool's team would be valued around, I don't know, 1 something billion. Because Liverpool's squad would be worth around 1 something billion, 1.5 billion. That's an asset. That doesn't actually mean we're, paper rich, if that makes sense. Chris, you started off really nice and then you went a bit over the top. Like, I'm off this guy, full of shite regarding money. We have tons of cash. So, Chris, obviously, Chris, you started off really well and then you went a bit off track, my friend. You went a bit, yeah, Chris, be respectful. Don't worry about it, John Timing, Matt. Nothing but respect for FSG, even when they messed up. They've heard the fans, held their hands out and found. Yeah, exactly. Solutions. Cheers, Daz. I think it's gone down a little bit because I think I had a load of bots. Sometimes you get a load of bots that go on to become subscribers, and YouTube cleans them bots out. So I think I'm down at 1,970 something. But yeah, because they clear out all the bots, so I'll be close back to 2K hopefully soon. Klopp loves a worker in Milner and Hendo. He certainly does. Firmino and Gomez we're here before Klopp as well. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, he loves these players. Ox's false 9. We have money, but if we pay crazy money in transfers and wages, we'll be back in trouble like we were in Higgs and Gillette. Look at Barcelona. Just look at Barcelona. Why am I so low? My chair is all... There you go. That's better. Look at Barcelona, guys. Barcelona are in so much trouble because they try to keep hold of Real Madrid. Because they try to get hold of Real Madrid, that's why they're in so much trouble right now. Try to keep hold of Real Madrid. Because they try to get hold of Real Madrid. They just try to keep up with Real Madrid all the time. And because they try to keep up with them, look at the financial trouble they're in now. Now, Liverpool could probably go, that bit harder and get that kind of player everyone wants and sign them players. But what happens if it doesn't work? Then you're in a bit of trouble, ain't you? Let's look at it the other way. If Mo had signed a new deal, would the club announce it now or when it may or may not be buried on the other business they're working on? It's true. Milner's the kind of player you want to have around your team. Yeah. I'm with me, John. I don't mind Milner staying. I really don't. Klopp will always wait to get the right players and rather wasting money on alternatives. Exactly, Sir Oswald. And this is what I'm saying about transfers, guys. The way we do transfer business at our club is completely different to the way everyone else does transfer business above us because we can't afford to get it wrong. And Klopp, don't forget, he knows that as well. We can't afford to get it wrong. So he waits for that right player. That's why we never really buy stopgaps. Where did I go there? Oh, video just went off for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, we don't buy stopgaps. Klopp don't believe in it. Beppe. You'd think we have signed them both. Live and an adventure, big up. I agree with you, Jamie, but Klopp saying Ox is world class, but he's going over the top. Origi was the best finisher at the club according to Klopp, but he wasn't really, was he? Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Origi was the best finisher at the club, but when we needed a goal scorer, Origi never played. There's another thing. So many mixed messages, it's unreal. So if Origi was the best finisher at the club, why did he never play? Why did he never play when we needed a goal scorer? We need to keep Millie so he can get involved in the youth. Well, yeah, exactly. Big up Chris as well. You're doing good, my friend. You got to get rid of the yeah, you do. Coutinho forced his way out. We just got Neymar money. Yeah, we got lucky. Let's face it. Yeah, he probably does. Be patient, Klopp as it all sorted. I think something will happen still this summer, guys. I really do think something will still happen this summer. I think there might be a surprise signing. Really do. something might still happen. Something might still happen. Shankly Paul players on the side and told them, "You're my best, this and that." Klopp does the same, but if you can't step up and show it, then give him the chance, then he'll bench it and bye-bye. Yeah, exactly. He's harsh, man. Klopp is hardcore. People don't think he is. The man is hardcore. Again, I agree, Jamie. These certain type of players, there has to be more than one player in the world that fits the bill. Yeah, I agree. That is one thing I agree with. See, this I'm doing a Bellingham video tomorrow morning, so I don't want to talk too much about it now. But yeah, I do agree, my friend. I do agree. Jay Breaking Forest, mate. 11 million plus 4 million add-ons for Nico rejected. Yeah, I think Liverpool want 15 to 20 for him, don't they? We need 2 midfielders between now and next season. Chabot and now Bellingham next season. I'm with you, Mark. We do need a midfielder now and next season. I do agree. Our last midfielder we bought was Thiago, so we definitely need a new midfielder. It's not just how they play; it's their personality. Exactly. Yeah, Jay Forrest bid 11 million. Second bid incoming. Yeah, and big up Ant with the information. Big yourself up, my friend. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think Liverpool want between 15 and 20. They'll be happy with that. If they can get between 15 and 20, they'll let him go. I think we're after both Bellinghams. Yeah, get Job in and use him as bait to get Jude. So what you're saying? Mane Salah didn't get on. You could see it every time. Diaz money came out of this Windows budget. Yeah, if we take it out of this Windows budget as well, we've still bought far more than we've sold. So if Diaz come out of this summer's budget as well, that means we bought 2 attackers. So we bought Diaz and Darwin Núñez for a combined fee of what? 130 million? 120, 130 million? If that's come out of one summer transfer window. So that's 2 amazing attackers out of one summer transfer window. If we're saying he came out of this. So we've sold nowhere near that money yet. But we've been recouped money as well as that offset some of the spending. Big up Niall. Personally, I think Mane had a plan in his had a pain in his hole with Salah not getting the recognition. Maybe. We can say who we think we ought to buy, but we ain't in charge of the funds of the club. Exactly. Plus 20 million add-ons. Well done, Ian. Big up yourself, my friend. Núñez coming to a team near you. It's a real possibility that we could lose Salah, Firmino, Milner at the end of the season if they go on the free plus another midfielder. Where do the funds come from to fund that kind of business? That's the thing. It's what I'm saying. We do just buy players now. We do just buy players, but the problem is we don't buy enough players. So we still have to offset some money because, everyone does. Everyone offsets money. I don't care who they are. Everyone does it. It's just, you look at the players leaving City. City want a certain amount of money for these players. And if they don't get it, they don't get sold at the end of the day because City don't mind letting people leave on a free because the amount of value, the wealth that Manchester City have got. So they want 45 million for Sterling. They don't get 45 million for Sterling. They're just letting go on a free next season. They don't care because they can afford the offset. Liverpool can't afford the offset, so Liverpool have to make sure they get the best they can when they sell players. Now, sometimes it bites Liverpool in the backside. So, like the Mane deal, really we should have got 40 to 50 million for Mane. Really should have, but we had to settle it a little bit less because what we did to Bayern Munich for Thiago. So it bit ourselves in the butt a little bit on that, but we have to offset it some way. But we will buy players still. We will buy players. I mean, if we spend 100 million and sell 55, 60 million's worth of talent, then offset that, then Liverpool make a net of 40 million. I think that's how Liverpool will go from there on. I don't think Liverpool need to spend 100 and sell 100 anymore, if that makes sense. I don't think we're there anymore because of the revenue we're making now. We don't have to buy 100 million's worth and then sell 100 million's worth. I don't think we have to do that no more. I think we're a little bit better in that now. So we can still buy players. Yes, I like Shaq. I don't understand why he weren't played more. Is it just me, Liverpool, and not the team doing the chasing? We lost the final in Champions League and lost the lead by 1 point and won 2 trophies. Klopp ain't losing any sleep at night. No, exactly. There's a general on the pitch, and why there's a captain and vice. They drive the team exactly. Look, don't forget, guys. I'm not saying Henderson and Milner should leave. I'm just putting a thing out there where people keep moaning that we ain't getting these midfielders in. But Klopp loves Henderson, loves Milner, Thiago, Fabinho, and Keita. That's 5 there. That's why we ain't getting no more midfielders at this moment in time. But look, I'm not all down on this. I've got to say, if the season starts tomorrow and this is the squad we got, I'm not actually that down. I really ain't. I think we'll still compete. Yes, it's going to be hard competing against City, but you just never know in football. You just never know. City to do a three-peat, for City to do a three-peat is extremely difficult. We'll see, guys. But I can't wait. I think we might shock people. I think people might be shocked. The thing is, though, if we win the title next season with this squad, without buying a midfielder, what is everyone going to say? What is? I want to do that show. Right, if we win the title, next season, just say we did, right? Just say we did. Say we won the title next season. We didn't buy anyone else this summer. Our transfer season's done, yeah? We didn't buy anyone else. I would love to see everyone next season. I will do a video on the final day of the season after we won the Premier League trophy. That night, I would go live. I want everyone to come at me. I really do. Because I'll be coming for people like you wouldn't believe. I'll be hunting down. I'll be in sniper mode. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in sniper mode. I'll be here for it. I'm here for the vibes. But then, if we don't win the league, everyone can come at me with their sniper and vibes. I'm with it. I don't care. When Milner hangs out his boots, we need to get him straight in the coaching team. But it's not good not having squad depth now. What makes no sense to me. I still think we have squad depth. I think people will be quite shocked when they see our sub bench on the first game of the season. I think people will be quite shocked. We have squad depth. Now, either a Minamino or a Origi didn't make our squad on the bench last season. Now, if they weren't making it last season, there weren't no guarantee they would have made it on the bench this season, would there? So, don't forget, we got... If you're playing Suarez, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz as your front three next season, that means you've got Carvalho, maybe, Jota and Bobby on the bench. That's 3 attackers. And Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, a Naby Keita, an Oxlade-Chamberlain, a Joe Gomez, a Tsimikas, a Calvin Ramsey, a Joel Matip, a Kelleher. I'm just shouting out names here that I might have forgot some as well that'll be on the bench next season. That might not be in the first team. So, there's more depth there than people imagine. And then I expect in the cup games, that that'll be a little bit different. I think like in the cup games, some of the young guys will probably take Minamino and Origi's spot, because at the end of the day, Minamino and Origi only played the 2 domestic cup games, really, didn't they? So Kay Gordon might take a Minamino spot, that sort of thing. So that might happen. So West Ham in talks with Danjuma. They don't need to queue up for Mo when they can talk to him in Jan. Yeah, that is very true, live and Novincha. That is very true, my friend. That is very true. If we want to have world-class players and keep them, we need to pay them what they deserve, Jamie, mate. Yeah, I agree. It's not like I don't agree with you guys. I really do. I'm just playing devil's advocate, really. I'm just playing devil's advocate and putting something out there we can all talk about. It's very easy for me just to make a YouTube thumbnail. So I can make a thumbnail saying, I hate on FSG, do a John Henry and put a devil face on him and all that sort of stuff, you know. And just like FSG are ruining Liverpool in the thumb title, and put that up, and everyone will go, yeah, it's going. You know, I'll get 4,000 views of me just slagging off FSG for 1 hour. That's just not what I'm about, guys. That's just not what I'm about. I like to play a bit of devil's advocate. I like to play a bit of debate. I like to have a chat. I like to see both sides of everything. That's just my way of doing it. And I'm not going to change just for clicks or for everyone's opinions to be the same. I just don't want to do that. That's just not me. I just want to have I'm not going to change the way I am. So if people don't like it, I'm not going to change for you guys. I really ain't. I ain't going to go, yeah, I'm going to be like that now. Deaf to FSG. Yeah, Jamie's on it now. Let's get on the train. And I'll just talk for an hour and I've got 4,000 views because and all 4,000 people are just agreeing with me. Yes, Jamie. Yeah, super chat here, super chat here, super chat there. You know, we're all agreeing with you, Jamie. That's lovely. Let's get on this game. Let's get on this show. Let's get on this train. Let's talk about it. Now, that's just not me. I can't do it, guys. I see both sides. I really do. And I'm not that depressed. I really ain't. I'm not a depressed Liverpool fan right now. I'm an excited Liverpool fan. I can't wait for the 6th of August when we play Fulham at their pitch. I can't wait till we play Fulham. Really can't. Saturday afternoon, 12:30. And the watch along will be on this channel, guys, from 12 o'clock. Make sure you tune in on the 6th of August. It's going to be a blast. But I can't wait for it. I'm a positive Liverpool fan. What can I say? Shoot me down. Can't help it. I ain't going to change for anybody. I ain't going to change for anybody. And I'm not changing for YouTube clips and to be liked by certain people. If they don't like the way I think, they don't like the way I think. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Full sale evaluation Liverpool is now between 3.2, which is 343 more than last year's valuation. If they will spend in the right player comes on. Yeah, exactly. Be up, Danny. How you doing, my friend? Are you good? Carmino, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? There's got to be a place in the middle FSG and Mo can get to. I'm hoping as well. No, he's going to buy Mo or wait until next summer to get him on a free. Well, January they can get him on free, can't they? They're better than the last two owners. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Sinclair, how you doing, my friend? JIU, we have voice is purely down to Klopp. We just have to enjoy the ride until he's around. Klopp will not call the owners out and create a toxic environment, hence he's happy. Exactly. But that's what Mr. Sinclair, I'm saying that's what, a lot of people are saying Klopp maybe should do, My frustration is if Klopp said we'd really have a really competitive squad for next season. Truth is that Nunez may not well come in and Mane may not be leaving. We keep the status quo. This next season is a big one for us. We can't be nearly team. We have to go when it matters. Exactly. Jamie, do you think Liverpool are doing enough to bring extra revenue so we have a bit more money that we could bring in more quality in our squad when have a stronger, not just our first 11? Yeah, I think the revenue is doing well. Look, don't forget when the Anfield Road end's finished, the revenue in the stadium will go up because that go to 62,000. So you're getting more revenue from the stadium. Commercial revenue is getting pumped through all the time. We're about to get the biggest shirt sponsor in the history of football, not just English football, the history of football. In any league in the world, Liverpool Football Club are about to hit the biggest club sponsorship of all time at £80 million a year, which is massive money. No team, not even Barcelona with Spotify, no team will make more than 80 million a year in team sponsorship, in shirt sponsorship, when Liverpool do that deal. It's just going to be massive. And it's all to make Liverpool more sustainable in the years to come. The problem is, as football fans, we want everything now, today, this second, right now. Owners see the future. They see 3 to 5 years down the line. Managers, even Jurgen Klopp, the level Jurgen Klopp is, he can see the 3 or 5 years down the line. That's why he signed his contract extension, guys, for another 4 years. You know, he can see the future in a few years' time, what's going to happen. But as fans, we want it all now, this second, right now. Do it now. We want it now. That's what we want. And it's understandable because that's we're fans. You know, that's the way we are. But ownership, it's different. It's different. Barcelona are no trouble. They get bailed out. Yeah, they got an American bank bail them out. It's madness, ain't it? Bots usually support Man City and probably responsible for City's non-existent sponsorship deal. FSG saved our club from two sociopaths. They spent a few quid on their players, stadium, etc. Oh, I've gone right past the chat. I hate it when it happens. You're right. Look at every aspect of the club and progress under FSG. Why are we waiting though? Is it availability or because we haven't got money, enough money to buy Nunes and Bellingham, for example? Well, we will go buy Nunes and Tchouaméni. Don't forget that live. We were going to buy Nunes and Tchouaméni in this same window. But, guys, don't forget, we bought Luis Diaz in January. Luis Diaz was meant to be bought this window, but we was always going to buy Darwin Nunes. So Liverpool were going to spend big this summer. But because Tchouaméni left and Borussia Dortmund told Liverpool that Jude Bellingham's not available this summer, Liverpool were like, well, we don't want any other midfielder. We only want Jude Bellingham. So we'll wait. Now, my Jude Bellingham video is tomorrow at 11 a.m., guys. So make sure you'll tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the Jude Bellingham video. So that should be a good one. Good to see you back, Jamie, mate. Hope everything's well. You don't big up, Chris. Milner to be kept helping the youngsters. Yes, exactly. Klopp said, if there's money, we spend it. If there aren't, we don't. Waiting for the right player also means waiting for funds being available. E.g., player costs 6 million, 30 million. There's money, not right. Jonesy boy, how are you? How you doing? Good. Hi, Jane. Love the channel, mate. You never walk home. Back at you, mate. Back at you. Big up to you. Thank you for subscribing. We have to be patient. Would we rather get the quickest transfer in the right transfers? Yeah, exactly. Big up, Del boy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I've been looking at our current squad with the latest additions. I'm excited to see what we do. I think we are being spoke about like we are scrubs. I don't think we need that much, if I'm honest. No, I agree, Savage. Now, don't forget, me and Savage will be back tomorrow night, guys. So, Tuesday night is usually obviously the Jamie Phillips calling, the phone-in special. Obviously, I couldn't do it this Tuesday yesterday because I was in the hospital with my daughter. I came back late today. I already promised somebody I would do a quiz on their show, Chris's Leicester Till I Die channel. Go and check him out, guys. Yeah, I already promised him last week and I totally forgot about it. And I saw his tweet today and I was like, oh shit, I've got to do his video at 9 p.m. So I was on his show at 9 p.m. That's why I couldn't do everything today. So tomorrow, you're getting 2 videos off me tomorrow, guys. So I'll be on in the morning at 11 a.m. tomorrow looking at the Jude Bellingham story and the Mo Salah contract because apparently he signed a contract. And we'll be looking at that, guys. And then at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on a Thursday night, you'll have me back on with Mr. Savage himself, Savage Talks Football, Hugo the Savage, as we take in your calls, guys. It's your chance tomorrow night, 8 p.m. to come in and have your say on anything you want to talk about. You've got 3 minutes to call in. You've got 3 minutes. As soon as you call in, you've got 3 minutes to have your say on anything Liverpool or any kind of other question you want to ask me and Savage on the channel, okay? So make sure you all get in tomorrow, 8 p.m. There'll be all the calls will be in, and I'll pick one person out at random. Come on the show, have your say. You have 3 minutes. Once your 3 minutes is up, we'll get you off the show. Me and Savage will chop up everything you've said, answer your question the best of we possibly can, and then we'll get the next caller on, and we'll keep moving like that. Okay, guys. So that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. 11 a.m. tomorrow is my Jude Bellingham and Mo Salah video. So make sure you're in tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. guys. Savage has footy content coming soon on his channel, guys. Make sure you go and sub. Savage Talks Football. Go and subscribe to it now, guys. When we want a player, we have to wait till the team we sell him to us. Where City will just go to a team. Yeah, exactly. And that's how City get players really cheap as well. Because I see people wondering how they got Calvin Phillips as cheap as they did for 45 mil. Yes, they're selling a player to Leeds as well for 5 million, right? But that's not really part of the transfer because they're selling a player to Leeds for 5 million. They're not actually part of the transfer where he's going the other way. They're selling him. So the reason City get players cheaper than everyone else, don't forget Calvin Phillips Leeds asked between 60 and 70 million for Calvin Phillips and then sold him for 45. It's because most of the time Man City just give you the money up front, no instalments. That's why they get players cheaper. We're going for, honestly, live and adventure. I think we'll just play 4-3-3, mate. I'll be shocked if it changed. Once Klopp leaves, it's the twilight zone again. We don't know what will happen. Until then, we need to just enjoy this period. Sorry, I've got hiccups. Hopefully, one more league to equal United to be back on the perch. I agree, Mr. Sinclair. I do agree, my friend. Oh, I'm just clicking things here. Yeah, I totally agree, Mr. Sinclair. I really do. Look, Jurgen Klopp is an exceptional manager. Exceptional manager. So, even with the good team that we got now, the great team that we got now, as soon as he leaves, we're just not going to be as good. It's as simple as that. And it's the same with Man City, guys. Man City have got the greatest coach in world football in Pep Guardiola. As soon as he leaves, they're not going to be as good, guys. They're just not. It's just the way it is. They give you that little bit extra. They just give you that little bit extra. I think Carvalho is the right X factor this season. He is young, but I can't wait to see what Klopp has planned for him. Yeah, I just don't want too much pressure to go on the people like Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and Carvalho because they are young kids. But if Klopp thinks Carvalho is good enough, then he's old enough and he will play. I think we're underestimating Spurs, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Don't count them off the bat. Chelsea maybe, but not Spurs. I'm sick of this Spurs talk. I've been saying it for ages now. The Spurs talk is doing my head in. They're buying people like Richarlison. Richarlison ain't going to make a title challenge. Basuma's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's better than Thomas Partey at Arsenal. Just don't think he is. And Bentancur was all right. Yeah, Spurs are going to be good. They'll be in the top 4 fight, but they ain't going to be fighting for no Premier League. It'll still be City and Liverpool. The top 2 are still the top 2. I just feel like they're getting closer. So it might be close between Spurs and Chelsea and Arsenal. Sorry, we've got to put Arsenal in there because I thought Arsenal might be getting, if they don't get some of the players in now, they look, apparently Tielemans and Rafinha might not be going to Arsenal now. If they don't get them 2 in, I think Arsenal might actually struggle. So I was saying on a channel the other day, I was saying on Big Six Bands, I was saying, I think Arsenal could finish above Tottenham if they get these players in that they're linked with. If they can get Rafinha in, if they can get Tielemans in, with what they've already got. If they don't, and this is all they get now, I think they might, with playing European football as well, I think they still might struggle. We'll win the title next season. Klopp needs a gold statue. Exactly. Liverpool win the league next season. The City are a plastic oil club. Cheats up the Reds. Big up, my friend. Big up, Jonesy boy. Big up, Jonesy boy. But only Jota can guarantee goals off the bench. Who are the other game changers? It depends who we play. Depends who we're playing it. I mean, Salah and Nunez and Diaz aren't going to play every single week. So sometimes they'll be on the bench, won't they? So you can mix it up. But there's not a lot of game changers on a lot of benches, apart from Man City. If Klopp takes the league off Man City, he deserves a ruby encrusted stadium. Yeah, he does. That he does. Johnny, I've got to get through your chats because I've got to finish up. Richarlison should focus on staying on his feet. Richarlison is awful. He's going to Spurs to win nothing. It's amazing they're actually buying. I don't get it. Junior Wall going to do a good job signing good young talent. Exactly. Yeah, Nunez shirt sales will make money back. Yeah, FSG and that is a waste of time. They ain't going anywhere. The model's been here since 2010. It's rigid, yes. The process is slower than seas, yes. But we eventually get there. The support the players we have. Exactly. Kieran, my man, do we really want it all now, though, Jamie? FSG should have brought one more player in every summer since the first Real Madrid loss. Maybe then we wouldn't have. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. We were a bit. We need to be a bit more proactive at times. I do agree. They're not perfect. No way. But let's see what happens, guys, in the future, guys. Let's see what happens in the future. It's a long way to go. Yeah, good evening, John Wayne. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? So, guys, I'm going to finish up there. Nice late one for me today. I'm back now. So I'm here. I'm going to be doing a show every day till Monday. And then Monday I won't be around because obviously my daughter will be in hospital having her surgery. Tuesday I will be back for the call-in show next Tuesday, me and Savage. But we're also back tomorrow as well. So tomorrow's videos, guys. There's two shows tomorrow. First one at 11 a.m. I believe it's 11 a.m. tomorrow. I think I've got it at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. or 11:30. I can't bloody remember. Let me have a look. So I want to make sure you guys are here along tomorrow. So I'm not missing out. 11:30 a.m. There you go. If I said 11, you'd be there waiting, wouldn't you? 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, guys, is my Jude Bellingham and Mo Salah video. Apparently, Mo Salah has signed a new contract. Who knows? It's probably bullshit. And the Jude Bellingham transfer saga. Liverpool are hot favourites to sign him, but we're going to talk about it tomorrow, guys. So 11:30 tomorrow, brand new video. Back again. We're going to go into it. Jude Bellingham, Mo Salah tomorrow morning, 11:30, and then I'll be back as well 8 p.m. tomorrow night as well. I'll tell you about that tomorrow, guys.